Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today I will be going through what I put in my smoothie every single day and also the supplements that I'm taking now due to my advice from my functional medicine practitioner. Um, Most of them I have been taking for about 5 weeks, I think now. There's two of them that I've only just started in the last week. So, just a quick rundown of what's entailed with those is one of them is a very potent, strong probiotic, which is really great for your gut health. Um, Another one is a very strong multivitamin, like a proper multivitamin, not one that you sort of get from the supermarket. This is all really good quality stuff, not stuff that you just get from the supermarket or pharmacy. This is proper stuff. That's why it costs so much. The other one is a natural antihistamine. The reason I'm taking that at the moment is just temporary because we've realised that I am congested all the time, and I don't think it's something that I'm necessarily eating. I think it might be something in my house that I can't really control. Um, I don't think it's mold or anything serious like that, or want damage or anything like that. I think it might be more dust because we have quite old carpets, um, and even sort of cleaning and vacuuming and all that sort of stuff. It definitely helps, but it's not going away. So the other issue is possibly that we're investigating as to whether or not my body struggles to actually get rid of histamine. So I can be taking all the antihistamine stuff that I want, but if my body isn't actually getting rid of it, it's a different issue altogether. So we are looking into that at the moment. So I take that. The other one that I take is for I have an overgrowth in my gut of a certain bacteria, so this supplement is meant to help alleviate that. The other one is a natural anti-inflammatory, which is really imperative for where I'm sort of at the moment because I have a lot of inflammatory markers going off in my body at the moment. And the other one, I have a massive deficiency in, and it's a component of my cellular health. So um, this element is to help with my cells to help repair and heal and function properly at a cellular level. The reason I've taken this, as I said, because I've got a deficiency in it. They found that on the organic acid test that they did for me, and it's can cause a array of issues. One of them is possibly the inability to gain weight because I can eat all the great food I want and all the healthy stuff, but my body isn't actually absorbing it on a cellular level. And possibly because I have this significant deficiency. So, fingers crossed, I've only just started taking this supplement in the last 5, 6 days. Um, so that means hopefully my cells will start repairing and all the nutrients and stuff that I am actually absorbing will actually start being absorbed into my body and processed the way they should be. So fingers crossed, that means I'll gain weight. Or one of the components that will help me gain weight, which is great. So watch this space. It'll be interesting. All right, so that's all the stuff that I take of a morning. This is just temporary at the moment. It's not going to be for the rest of my life. It is just to get my body up to balance and get it where it needs to be because it's been through a lot of crap. So it's just supportive at the moment, which is great, and we'll see what happens. So, what goes into my smoothie every day? Every day. Love it. It's my go to. It's my if I don't feel human if I don't have this smoothie. So, what I do, I can't necessarily afford to buy organic fruit and veg. I buy all my meat organic. Um, the only time I don't eat organic meat is if I go to a restaurant or something like that, which is very few and far in between, unfortunately. But yeah, all my fruit and veg that I purchase, majority of the time I get non-organic purely because I just can't afford it. But I have found this amazing product, and it is a very cost effective way of being able to eat very close to organic. without having to pay the price tag. So it's a great product. I think it's $15 for a bottle. And yeah, it's really, really good. So I just wash all my fruit and veg in that before I eat it, wash it, rinse it a couple of times, and cook it or put it in a smoothie, whatever you need to do. It's really great. Really cost-effective alternative to being able to eat very close organic. Gets rid of all the nasties and the toxins and the chemicals and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's very, very good stuff. So that's great. So I've got some leftover basil that I wanted to use. So I'll just chuck that in there as well. So I've washed everything, I've rinsed everything, and I'm just going to put it in my smoothie and explain to you what I'm putting in. What I'm not putting in today is what I usually put in is spinach. I usually put about a cup and a half or so of spinach. I've run out, so I can't put that in. The other thing I have run out of, and I'm struggling to find fresh at the moment, is turmeric. I usually have a small piece of that I put in, about the same size as the ginger, maybe a little bit bigger. But I'm struggling to find that fresh at the moment, and I don't think powdered has as many health benefits, so I'm not really putting that in at the moment. And I'm also subbing the milk that I usually use, but I'll go into that more. So, all right, so let's put the fruit and veg in. So if you can have more veg in your smoothies of a day, it's better than having fruit because there's obviously natural sugar in fruit. But the more green veg that you can have, well, any veg really, but green veg especially, really, really powerful for your immune system and gut health. So, as I said, I'm missing the spinach today because I've run out. But I do have a little bit more silver beet that I'm putting in. So I've got a couple of really large leaves of silver beet that I'm putting in at the moment to compensate for my lack of spinach, which I love, but I've run out. So really large leaves of silver beet. So I've got a couple of those in there. Got a fair bit of kale in there today. So nice and rinsed and clean, all the nasty's gone. Quite a lot of kale. So the other thing I have is a banana, which has gone all a bit soft and squishy. I usually put a relatively green, yellow banana in there, just because I don't tolerate very yellow or very ripe bananas very well at the moment. I also put in some carrot. The carrots I've got at the moment are quite large, so I'm putting in probably about 3/4 of it. And the other fruit I put in is strawberry, and I put in frozen strawberry because it's a lot easier than fresh, a lot cheaper, more cost effective. And by the time I put it in the water and wash it, they're not frozen anymore, they're defrosted, so they're a lot softer. And I definitely wash strawberries because they are on the nasties list along with spinach. They're a part of the dirty dozen list that if you're going to wash any fruit or veg, that you really need to be washing those because they're more prone to hold chemicals and yuckies. So we don't want that. So that's all my stuff. Now, because there is so much stuff in there, I'm going to blend it down a little bit so I can put the other stuff in there. So as I said, with the milk, so I'm using almond milk at the moment because I've run out of coconut milk. I try to have coconut milk more so than almond because apparently I have a little bit of an intolerance to it, according to a test that I did a while ago. But I feel okay, I think, on almond milk, but I'm just trying to, majority of the time, be as anti-inflammatory and all that sort of stuff as possible. So I only have almond milk if I have it, and I don't have any coconut milk. So doing that. So it's about a cup of almond milk. Alright, so what we're going to do, just because it's so full, excuse the noise for a second. She gets stuck. She's not happy, Jen. I think I shoved it in. Shoved it in too much. Let's try something else. Right. Give her another bell. She's struggling today. Of course she does today. Right, apologies for that delay. Right, okay. Beautiful. Right, so the other things we put in, as I said, I'm short on turmeric, so not putting that in. Ginger, beautiful. Definitely want to be putting that in. The spices that I put in is nutmeg and cinnamon. They both have anti-inflammatory properties. So nutmeg is about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Cinnamon is about 1.5 teaspoons. So chuck that in as well. Lovely. The other thing I put in is MCT coconut oil. The reason I put this in is because I was putting in extra virgin olive oil, which is great. Everything I cook is in extra virgin olive oil, organic, of course. The reason I put this in is my functional medicine practitioner suggested I change over to this because it has a different chain of healthy fats in it compared to olive oil. So it just mixes things up a little bit for your body, so which is really good. So chuck about a tablespoon of that in, which is great. The other beauty things I put in, beautiful. Collagen, really great for skin, nails, all that. Body seems to be absorbing it a little bit better, which is good. Just a bit conscious of how much I actually put in, because if you have too much collagen in your diet, and especially if you don't hydrate well, I know that it can increase your likelihood of developing kidney stones, which is definitely not something that you want. So you only need a small amount. I probably put in, I don't know, 1/4 teaspoon-ish, not that much. And make sure you hydrate as well throughout your day. So everyone is a little bit different depending on your body size, but a couple of litres at least a day, which is good. The other thing I put in as well is this paleo raw protein. fantastic stuff. It's actually quite nice. So I put in 3 heaped tablespoons, like really heaped. The only problem with this is that it does clog up the blender a fair bit. This blender gets a good working out, I tell you. So 2, that's quite a lot actually, so I might make that one a little bit smaller, so 3. Nice. As I said, it does clog it up. It was clogged up before and it didn't have any of this stuff in it, so it's going to be even worse now. That's all right. She gets a good working out, she does. All right, excuse me. Straight down, because it accumulates on the sides a little bit around the bottom. You want that goodness in there. And it does make it quite thick, so you can put in more milk if you want, but you really don't. It makes quite a large serving of smoothie, so putting in more milk only makes it larger. So what I usually do is put in some ice, filtered water that I have, because I don't try not to drink tap water. Oh, there's a bit more there as well. Right. Ice. Right. Beautiful. Look at that. That's just bloody beautiful, it is. Nice clean smoothie holder. It's actually quite thick today. Actually, it is thick most days. Probably put a little bit too much of the protein powder in, but that's okay. Scrape the sides down, get all that goodness. It's only thick because I put too much protein powder in it, so that's okay. You want all that. Don't waste any of it. That washed. Beautiful. Where's my lid? Cheers, big ears, as they say. Beautiful goodness. Hang on, let me just double check. Oh, that's heaven. That is absolute heaven. Anyone who says that they don't like this stuff, mental. Nah, it's beautiful. It's really good for you. I probably made it look more difficult than it actually is, but yeah, it's very good, very easy, very healthy, and it's a great way to start your day. Best thing I ever did starting these smoothies. Really, really great. And yeah, you get yourself together and they don't overly take that long to prepare, really. Um, and great for when you're on the go as well and you've got to get to work, or you've got to take care of the kids or whatever it may be. And they're really great. They make a bit of noise, but that's all right. So I hope you guys can implement something relatively close like this into your day. That'd be a great way to start yourself off for the day. And yeah, wishing you all the best and hope you like it. Thanks, guys. Bye.